If you're a gamer, you've most certainly had at least someone tell you that gaming is a waste of time, that playing video games won't lead to anything. These people, be it your parents, a teacher, a classmate, co-workers, or even a friend, for some reason they don't seem to understand games. To them, games are like a virus that eat away at your life. So they tell you things like, you should quit gaming and socialize, or go outside and do something with your life. Here's the thing. You don't need their opinions. I mean, why is it okay for someone to call gaming, or your hobby, meaningless? But would it be mean to tell someone that watching their favorite sports team beat another sports team leads to nothing either? Telling a person that their hobby is useless is just generally a mean thing to do. And I really do not understand where the irritation of gamers comes from. Just let me play my games. Who knows, maybe it turns into a career one day, and if not, so what? I still have a good time playing my games, and besides, reading a romantic novel on the beach doesn't mean that your relationship gets better either. But I won't tell you to do something else with your life. When I was younger, I used to spend a lot of time in my room playing games. And my stepdad would regularly tell me to do something with my life instead of rotting away up there in the attic, which is where my room was. I've always found it kind of weird that he felt that way, since his days would be wake up, go to work, get home from work, have dinner, clean the house a little bit, and then go and watch football or some crime series on the television until he nearly fell asleep on the couch. I mean, is that really that dissimilar from waking up, going to school, getting home from school, doing a little bit of homework, have dinner, do the dishes, and then play video games? I don't think so, but for some reason, my hobby, playing video games, is the bad one. Also, there is this different aspect that is often overlooked. Why do I play games? Why do I want to sit in my room every evening and night? Why don't I want to go outside and do something with my life? Well, maybe I'm not ready to deal with the whole outside yet. See, the reason why it's a somewhat overlooked topic is because it gets a bit too real. Video games have been there for me in every stage of my life. They don't care how I feel, but I do care about the way that they can make me feel. When I'm playing games, I can just be myself, sit back and relax, or engage in fight. It is a super versatile form of media that I really like to consume. They allow me to enjoy my time, which wasn't and sometimes still isn't something I can always do in normal life. Video games let me be me. They offer me entire worlds for me to explore and let me forget about the real world for a little bit. They let me be a part of a story that I want to be a part of. Video games bring me peace. Socializing is another big problem that people seem to have with gaming. That it's extremely bad for you to spend hours playing games when instead you can do things with people. If you think this way, that gaming is bad for your social life, I just want to say, hello there, extrovert person, I am an introvert. You might not get it, but I am very content with being alone. I feel like people who socialize a lot just cannot fathom the thought of being alone and being fine with it. I truly think that that's something too otherworldly for them to think about, so they instead project that onto a gamer because they feel like the person who feels good playing video games by themselves just doesn't exist. I mean, you just can't be comfortable sitting alone in your room for hours on end playing games, right? The first answer to that question is yes, I can. I feel perfectly fine and really comfortable playing games on my own. The second answer is multiplayer games. Nowadays, since, you know, the whole world needed to stay home for a year or two, people can relate to this a bit easier. But when I grew up, people around me, except my brother who also is a gamer, thought that it was really weird that my best friends weren't the friends I had at school. They are the friends that I made online. And it is actually a really important part of my childhood to know that my friends, if I'd met them in real life or not, could always mostly relate to my living situation. We could always share those stories together, and even if we didn't have anything to talk about, we could just play the games we played. The friends that I have today are people that wouldn't be in my life if I didn't play Minecraft. And that alone gives me enough reason to say that no, video games are not a waste of time. Besides playing games with friends, there is a whole online community full of gamers that come together. For me, that's especially noticeable on Reddit or Twitter, or should I say X now, because people there tend to have strong opinions on gaming related topics. And generally speaking, people can be really helpful on the platforms as well. Not to mention YouTube, where the gaming scene is the biggest of all the categories on the platform. I can't even tell you how much time I've spent looking at other people play games, giving me motivation to play something new. You can find new people who play the same games as you do and find interesting videos about all sorts of games or gaming related stuff. I mean, that's how you stumbled across this video. There are many other websites also like Twitch where people live stream games and you can interact with them. This way you can really feel connected to a person and their playthrough. It's almost like watching your brother or friend play a game and you're just going along with the ride. Let's get even more real for a second. To the people that say that gaming doesn't get you anywhere in life, what does life give me back? I am currently still in university studying communications and marketing, and I'm nearly done with that, meaning that I'll get my diploma and from there I can get a 9-to-5 job in an office somewhere. I'll likely work until I'm like 70 years old, and during my life I'll try to gather up some money for a decent retirement at best, because well, I live in the Netherlands and the cost of life here isn't really favorable right now. Keep in mind that the situation right here in the Netherlands is currently better than in the United States, and since it's already pretty bad here, I cannot imagine what you guys are going through over there right now. I feel like more people need to understand that it is highly likely that most millennials and Gen Zers right now won't ever be able to buy a house in our lifetime. Unless the situation gets better, of course, but the chances of that happening are pretty low as well. Life just isn't fair sometimes. And I know that I sound like a whiny little man when I say that, but it is the simple truth. Some people are born into wealthy families and basically play life on easy mode. And then there's others who draw the short stick and get to play life on hard. And even still, when you make all of the right choices in life, you might end up nowhere. To face all of that straight on as just a simple human being, I don't really think it's weird that we use games as a form of escapism. We can at least choose our own difficulty when playing games. Progression in games makes way more sense than progression in real life, because we can simply level up our characters and progress through the game by doing the right things. It's an art form that allows us to be someone else for a second. That can either be a different person entirely or just a better version of ourselves. And I don't think that sounds like a waste of time. It's something valuable for a lot of people. Gaming is a passion that we have found. It is a place where we can be ourselves and have a little bit of peace. Gaming means so many different things to so many different individuals. It is a part of who I am, and it is likely a part of who you are as well. So, no, gaming is not a waste of time. Thank you for watching.